Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. We want to remind you all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, our official website, thestephennightshow.com. If you'd rather watch us, please go to our YouTube channel and please subscribe, comment, let us know what you think. We appreciate your comments. All right, well, the victim in the child abuse molestation case against Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears is ready to settle, but has a short list of demands they expect from actors before doing so, according to Radar. The unnamed victim accusing the entertainers of grooming and molesting her and her brother when they were children hit the two with a 30-page lawsuit last month in Los Angeles Superior Court. Victim claims that she and her brother were forced into participation in sexual pedophile skits as children. She claims the siblings were only 7 and 14 when they were forced to participate in these sexual suggestive acts for a skit titled Through a Pedophile's Eyes, which was reportedly shared online. Court documents obtained by Radar Online say that Jane Doe and John Doe have admitted to reach out to the actors, but have never heard back. The siblings now TK and age wrote that Haddish and Spears have instead chosen to reach out to their mother to get her to force the brother and her to settle. My brother and I were amenable to plaintiff Haddish desires to engage in meditation settlement talks. The victim also said that she reached out to girl strip star lawyer Clifton Albright, who laid out basic terms of the parties to engage in meditation and settlement talks. Victims required Tiffany Haddish to apologize and more if she wanted to settle. But Jane has several demands first, including Haddish pay for the meditation, which must take place in Las Vegas within the next 2 weeks. Also required that Haddish must publicly apologize for her role in the skits if we succeed in agreeing to a settlement. She also requested that Haddish recant statements previously made by representatives for her and Spears, who have called the accusations bogus and an effort at a shakedown. The Shade Room reported that. So, Nayyir, what do you think about these demands, paying for the meditation and also publicly apologizing? Do you think they're reasonable?
Boy, I didn't know about this. Do I think they're reasonable for a public apology and for rich people to finance a mediation? Is that what it is? To finance, they want them to finance the talks, the negotiation. Finance what? Finance what? The talks, the negotiations. Yeah?
Yeah, the talk, I guess the talks, yeah.
Okay. Of course, they must have a problem with it, so I should see something in that. Public apology, if they feel like, if they've done something wrong, it is not, to me, it's not too much to ask for a public apology. If they have done something wrong and they are found to be, in the wrong, and I think they also should be liable to pay for whatever it takes to get this legal thing executed. So yeah, it sounds like it could be reasonable, but I would love to hear the other end of it as well.
Yeah,
but it sounds reasonable from what I just heard.
They both have denied it, but Lynia was talking about on the show last week, and she forwarded me the clip of a video where, and I don't think it's this one, but Ari Spears is doing something with some man. It looks very weird and creepy on the clip, which doesn't help his case, because it kind of alludes to some of this stuff. But Chike, what are your thoughts?
It's just, it's a situation, it's bad timing because of the climate of the culture now. It's just bad timing with this. If he would have never opened his mouth and talked about Lizzo, this stuff probably wouldn't be going on. And I think that this is designed in a way so they can't slither out of it. They're not going to be able to get out of this with a settlement and just be quiet and go on quietly. It's not going to end that way. And the design of it is set up for that. It sounds to me like they want somewhere on record the acknowledgement of the wrongdoing.
Mhm.
So paying for and assisting to is you contributing to the fixing of, if you're following me.
Yeah.
Are you okay? So there's a record of it. And if you participate the way that they want you to participate, it's kind of sort of admitting guilt. Because if you go to a settlement, part of the agreement to a settlement, you could say you can't talk about it. We can go to settlement, but talking about it after this point, and it can just evaporate into the ether. But this way sounds like they're forcing accountability.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's a bad situation. It's bad.
It is bad. It is bad. And it seemed like Lynia mentioned this last week. It seemed like they're coming more for Tiffany Haddish as opposed to Ari Spears. And I wonder, is it because she's more successful?
I was just about to say that she has the green.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, it looks like Nicki Minaj has had enough of all the lies, and she's taking legal route to tackle those who have been talking on social media to spread fake statements. In court documents obtained by TMZ, Nicki has filed a lawsuit against a woman named Marley Green, who goes by Nosy Ho or whatever on social platforms. In the documents, it states that Green posted a video accusing Nicki of engaging in substance abuse. Not only that, but she also made disturbing comments about Nicki's 1-year-old son, stating, "Your baby's going to be a rapist too." As you know, her husband is, he's a registered sex offender. Nicki and her team mentioned that the video shared by Green has gained attention, creating the possibility that people could believe the false statements said by Green. Nicki's attorney, Jude Burstein, said the video gained more than 2,000 likes and more than 250 retweets, reaching a wide audience. Nicki is suing for defamation as Green is accused of using cocaine, which she had said she has not. She also seeking for a jury to decide damages of no less than $75,000. Now, her attorney said, when this case is over, she will no longer be permitted to use her name, Nosy Ho or whatever, because we will take her trademark from her when it does not have enough money to pay for the judgment. Anyone else who spreads lies about Nicki will suffer a similar fate. My marching orders are to aggressively sue anyone with a media or social media following who damages her with intentional lies. Eventually, the lesson will be learned. We're seeing a lot of Cardi B did the same thing with this well-known YouTube blogger. We're seeing these stars fight back. Chike, what do you think about this retaliation?
So it comes from a playbook of shut them down, shut them up, or shut them up, shut them down. So basically, you use your means and your resources to basically shut someone down and shut them up. The first that I seen this trend was there was a what's her name? She was a rapper, Kaya, My Neck, My Back. Her, T.S. Madison, is that her name?
Yeah.
They're partners. They did a show together, and some kind of falling out happened. And basically, T.S. Madison took the show that Kaya started and shut her down and started without her and, blew up.
Yeah.
And that has been formula of people nowadays to shut you down legally, assume the name, and move on without you. And if you think about it, the playbook, what's going on now with that orange man, that's what he does. He keeps things tied up in a legal, and if he can get a headwind of it, he will shut you down and then move on. So that way, legally, you're bound and you can't do anything. It's an old playbook.
What are your thoughts, Nayyir?
You shared one of my thoughts already about, I think, that blogger who Cardi B went after, I think. And she got a settlement for, I haven't heard much from that lady. How much?
Well, no, she's still talking junk online.
Is she still talking junk?
They said she is not lying.
I haven't heard, but
Usually,
usually,
or something.
yeah, I usually hear from her through other blogs, and I haven't seen other blogs even sharing her recently since I heard this lawsuit thing happen. So settlement or ruling. But I think, you know, you get into that industry, you playing with people who got a lot of money and a lot of lawyers. So you'd be wise to watch yourself, you know, otherwise, you know, you're gonna be in a whirlwind of trouble and debt trying to play with these people.
It's also a choice to go that negative route too. You don't necessarily have to.
Right.
People.
You don't.
You don't.
You don't. You're absolutely right. You don't.
That's what sells. That's what gets attention. You know what I mean? Those shock jocks and that type of outrageous, you know, stuff. But I agree, you don't have to go that route. I'm trying to see if I can find real quick what Cardi B, because she did make some recent comments about Cardi B again. And Cardi B,
the other blogger. I didn't want to say her name. I didn't want to say her name and make her more popular on our site, but I accidentally slipped. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I did too.
And see what happens sometimes is like, I guess the main goal would be to shut your portal down, to shut you down and shut your platform down. But it gets serious to the point where these people are having financial issues in their real life. Like it extends into like you getting your car repossessed and you know you can't have a home. You know, they need to think seriously about this. Is your little hobby worth, you know, your livelihood being diminished? Is it worth it?
Yeah. And that one, the one that he's looking up now, I know she was generating a lot of ad rev, you know, so for that to be challenged or for that to start being, what is it called when they take your money? What is it called when they can seize your money? Well, anyhow, you know what I mean? You know, I'm sure she was doing pretty well. It's probably still is doing okay, but now if she's paying out this settlement or she's reporting honestly, she's got to turn a lot of this over, a lot of this income or this revenue from that type of income over.
Yeah. I wish I could find it, but Cardi B said something like she told her pretty much to shut up and pay her money and that she does accept payment via vehicles. What she said there. But anyway, I can't find it. But
I'm sure she's paying monthly. I mean, somebody like that, they are going to be on top of it, making sure she's paying. She's got to pay something. I don't know what it is. Even if it's $2,500 a month, you know, that's a lot of money to the average media jock.
Yeah.
$2,500 can be a lot of money to the average individual in general.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
If you think about it, if they took her copy, if they took her trademark, right, she can't do anything what she's been doing under her name.
She can't do it. She can't do it legally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into this sex tape. Ray J and Kim Kardashian. So Ray J, Saturday, he quickly unraveled into some chaos when he decided to air it all out regarding Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner, and the sex tape saga that just won't die. After initially alerting his fans that he would be providing receipts to prove that Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian were the masterminds behind orchestrating their sex tape, Ray J made good on his promises and dropped several bombshells. Ray J set the tone for just how deep he was about to get with receipts, as he revealed that Kris Jenner allegedly made him and Kim reshoot their sex tape to make sure Kim looked her best in the video. As Ray J stated, to give her daughter a better look. However, that was merely just the first of his hours-long session of spilling tea. Next, he pulled out past text messages between himself and Kanye, showing that Kanye was trying to meet up with him in an effort to secure the release of a second sex tape between Ray J and Kim. He also appeared to be upset with the fact that when Kanye posts text messages on social media, he received tons of support, but Ray J doesn't get the same love in return. Meanwhile, in the middle of trying to share his Instagram DM with Kim, it appeared that she had blocked him right in the middle of doing so. As a result, he couldn't message her at all or go to her profile. After dropping off IG Live multiple times, Ray J finally came back with the real receipts he promised. He pulled up the original contract that he and Kim signed for the release of their sex tape and compared the handwriting samples from Kim to prove that not only did she sign, but she also signed it for him so that the video could be released faster. In the midst of all of it, neither Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian, or Kanye West have responded publicly. But Kris Jenner did make a video where she's like, it's like her in this hat and suit, kind of like she's unbothered and she was dancing. It wasn't really her dancing, but everyone could tell it was a body double. But up close of her face. Nayyir, why are we still talking about this sex tape? That was what, 2007? This is 2022. Why are we still talking about
Look who we talking about.
it? Right.
that's why we talking. And that's
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's it. That's summed up. That's the filth factory at large. Of course, we still talking about this. I feel kind of bad for Ray J. A little bit. I feel something. I guess it might not be bad, but I know he's dragged into this mess and been a part of it for a long time, and he probably wants to turn over a new leaf as well and just move forward in a new way without being taking the brunt of it all the time, like I think he shared. But what is there to expect? What are we gonna be talking about if we talk about the Kardashians? This is right up their alley to me.
But my thing is, they're both parents now. They got kids. Well, they're neither one of them married. I think Ray J's going through his divorce, and Kim, she just broke up with Pete Davidson. But it's like, why? The sex tape did what it did. It made Kim a household name, and help her build her empire and give her that exposure. Why continue to talk about it? Kanye. Chike, what do you think about Ray J making the allegations that Chris had them reshoot the tape so Kim will look better, and the contract that Kim signed on both of their behalf so the tape can be released faster?
At this point, I'm really lost in why we're still talking about this. What was the origin of the rehashing of all of this? But I will say this. Outside of the child that Ray J has, this sex tape is the greatest thing that ever happened to him in his life. Much of an artist that he is, as much of an actor and a musician, nothing that he's ever done has been as great as this sex tape. And I think that he's a little bitter and he's a little sore that he did not reap the great benefits that came from this expletive that Kim has.
Yeah.
Ray J, why don't you have your own line of dildos that people are buying in stores? I'm just saying, if we're going to go there, then let's go there. Why don't you have underwear line? Why don't you just grapple on to those things associated with the porn that you made on a male perspective and run with it? I get it. Your mom tried to help create an image for you that you had to stick to. And Sonya doesn't play. Sonya is a beast. Oh. She is Mr. Manager. She's also too kind of like a Jenner. She's kind of like a Kris Jenner, but in the black version, she had powerhouse in her household too. She was a boss.
Yeah.
You did this thing. It went negative. They ran with the negative. You tried to run away from it at the time when they were running to it. You missed your window, bruh. Let it go.
Yeah.
Because you could have King Dingaling. I'm just gonna say it because of the tape. Now this girl's sitting on close to $1 billion, if not $1 billion, because she built it off of this tape that y'all made together. Stop being sore.
Chike, didn't they bring him back in it by saying he did something inappropriate, saying that he was taking advantage of Kim while she was sleeping too much? Isn't this how this came back up, or is it something else?
Well, in the beginnings of it, they were trying to cover it up, but then when they couldn't cover it up anymore, they had to roll with what they had, and then that's how it became this thing, and this empire was built. But when he saw them rolling, the snowball getting bigger and the avenue in which they were rolling, he should have jumped on ship and ran with it. I'm just saying.
He should have signed with Mama Jenner, huh? As manager.
Listen, I'm not saying that he should have became a porn star, but he definitely should have had porn products associated with him. Just saying.
But Ray J is a very successful businessman. But I think with him,
one of those earphones of his, right. He has some yeah.
But the thing with him is, I think he likes the limelight. And so where he may be successful and his business, he's not really, I mean, yes, he's on reality TV and things like that, but it's not, I don't think it's at the level he wants to be at. And so I saw some video, some commercial he did. I can't even think what the product was. People were like, he gonna get the bag one way or the other. Because it was something like, why is he in this commercial?
Crystals.
But
Probably crystals.
yes, it was crystals. Exactly. Exactly. And so I think he just likes attention because he was recently on College Hill, Celebrity College Hill, with Nene and with Lamar Odom and people like that. And
The washouts, the wash up and washouts.
But it didn't show him in the best light either. But you know, I think he's gonna, if he can be on TV, he's gonna be on there. You know what I mean? And so anyway, hopefully they can put this behind them. We already know what it is, you know, whatever. Well, listen, Nayyir, thank you so much for Hot Topics tonight. Definitely appreciate you, have you back. Chike, I'll see you in movie reviews, and we'll be right back after this.